Hello guys, my name is Kapil. Today we are going to talk about how to calculate mean or average in an Excel file. I will also be covering that how you can calculate mean or average with the if condition. So suppose if you want to calculate mean based on the criteria, then how you can do that, I will be explaining that as well. Before I start, I request you to please subscribe my YouTube channel so that we can be connected and we can learn more on Excel. So let's start about learning this video. So you can see that I have some sample from one of the sales volume data, and these are the sales volume numbers. These are the sales revenue. So I just want to calculate what is the average volume I have from this sales. So I will calculate average, and then you will be tapping this, selecting the entire numbers and pressing enter. Now you can see this is the average. Now let me keep it to the 2 decimals. So I will be clicking this. So this is my average volume. Now suppose if I want to calculate the average based on the name, you can see the sales rep contains the sales rep name and its volume. So I want to see the sales rep average volume by their name. So if I select debit, so I have 4 rows for debit and I want to calculate this average. You can see the average here also, but I want to calculate with the help of formula. So suppose if I select any name from this drop down and I want to calculate the average for this particular sales rep, I will type average if and then bracket on. It is showing the range. Range is the lookup value where you will be looking up this value and getting the numbers related to this lookup value only. So what you need to do, you need to click the range, select range, press F4, fix the range, then comma. What is criteria? Criteria is my. So I'll be selecting my, then comma, and then average range. So I need to select the average range. Then I need to press F4 to fix this range. But before I press enter on this formula, I want to tell you one more thing, that you need to make sure this criteria range and the average range should be same. So it starts from 2, it ends at 49. Here you can see it starts from 2, it ends at 49. If there is any difference between the range, then this formula will show you an error. So let me press enter. Now you can see it calculated the average only for the my. If I change it to someone else, then it will show me that average as well. So this is called average. So now suppose if you have multiple criteria, then how will you be able to calculate the average based on those criteria? So let me create one more criteria. I'll be adding one more column, and here I will be adding a country. So like Australia, United States, or I can mention India, or I can mention Singapore, I can mention Japan, China. So now I'm copying this and just dragging it down to the last row. Now I have multiple countries. Now suppose if I want to see the average for Rudy for the Singapore country only. So let me copy this Singapore and I have country here. Now I will be calculating average based on these two criteria. So in that case I need to use average if S. Once you have this average if S, you need to select the average range. So this is the range where your range is listed. So you press F4. Then you go back. You see the criteria range 1, which is the sales rep name. You select it, fixing it, then selecting the criteria. Your criteria is Rudy. Then you will be selecting the criteria range 2. This country column. So I'll be selecting this country column, then pressing F4, then comma, and I'll be selecting country. So F12 is my country. When I press enter, so I'm just getting the average for the Singapore and for the Rudy. So suppose if I change it to Japan. So let me change it to Japan. So you can see the average has changed. So that is how you can calculate mean or average in an Excel file based on the criteria as well as simple average. So I hope you like this video. Please give a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.